Hello and welcome to the birthday gift. This message is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you all were one of the signs that I was led to do a message for. I'm using Pagan Tarot, okay, because of the images. I was led to use this because it has more modern images and it's more relatable to, I guess, our current environment. So we'll see what the message is. It feels like there's some detours that many may have been on and they're kind of taking you off. We have a card here. So this is the devil. This card here is the devil. So some of you, you're starting to get comfortable with who you are. You're starting to realize that those sides of you that you were told were bad or that you needed to change, you're starting to become comfortable in it. So for me, this feels like your shadow side, right? It's like a shadow here, piercing over her as she's writing. And I see she's like in jeans and tennis shoes, and she's like, you know, on the floor, sitting down. She's very comfortable here. And there's a flame here. There's a sword here. So a flame represents your desires, your passion. The sword is the truth. It cuts. Some of you are starting to realize those things that you've been trying to tame within you for a long time. You're embracing them with yourself, right? Journaling is a form of therapy to self. Instead of telling someone else what's going on, you tell yourself, right? So this is self-reconciliation here, right? You reconcile with yourself. You write down your feelings, you read it over, and then you may have judged yourself for those things you've done in the past, but as you read them over, you embrace yourself for going through it. That's what's happening here. As you do this, you transform yourself. You begin to love yourself more. And that's what I'm getting from here. Let me see what else I can get for y'all. So there's some sides of you that you need to embrace. Okay, so sides of you in the past you may have really been hard on yourself for, right? Ace of Swords, wow. Okay, yeah. The truth hurts. It's interesting. I just did Leo, and this was their second card as well. I would recommend that you all listen to that message as well. Yeah, it's like the seasons are changing. Okay, you see the leaves falling. It's like it's about to go from autumn to the next season, which is winter. It's going to be cold. Which actually, that's the season that we're in right now. So some of you, I'm feeling isolation. I'm feeling time alone. Tell me more. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, as I said that. Some of you actually time with family. So what what's coming to my awareness is the fact that all three cards so far have swords. There's a sword here. This is the Ace of Swords with the sword there. And here, she's standing there. There's swords on the counter. So a lot of you are starting to Embrace your authentic self, your truthful self, the true self, right? Swords represents truth. And she's in the mirror. It's like someone who's going to start living in their authentic self, her culture. There's some ethnic items around her. This is like embracing the true self. That's what I'm getting so far. Even the sides of you that you were told were bad. So some of you, yes, you may be learning more about your culture, your family. Yeah. You may be embracing that more. There's something about that that's going to help you with the next stage of your life. Tell me more. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. So, yeah, so that may have been, I'm getting a stack of cards here. That may have been why I was getting like time alone. 9 of Pentacles, this is the person who is independent, self-sufficient, and loving it, right? Single, bachelor, bachelorette. Not really wanting to be in a relationship or not looking for it. At least not trying to define themselves through others for the time being. Loving the independence, learning to embrace time alone, okay? Creating a life for themselves that they love on their own. This is someone who's trying to really connect with their true divine self. I need this time to myself so I can love myself, so I can pour into myself. Right, that's what I'm getting. And it's like I'm sitting on my porch with my animals and I love this. This is like the best time of the day for me. That's how you integrate and you allow your true self to lead. And that's what's happening here. We have the 3 of Wands. So some of you may be looking up ways to expand. You may be trying to find out more about who you are. It's like knowing that there's a different way to live and trying to find that, right? The Chariot. So some of you may be moving. I see you like packing up, about to take a road trip. There's going to be some helpers. She may have broken down, and this may be 2 people coming to ask her, does she need some help? So there's going to be some help sent to your way. Okay, it feels like some of you have help coming in. As you move on, as you move forward, the Chariot represents fast movement forward. This is like making a decision. I want to move, I'm packing up, I'm leaving, and just go for it with no plan. And as you go ahead and wing it, I see that there's going to be help. So if there are bumps in the road, don't worry about it. You're going to be sent the help that you need. Temperance. Nice. Be patient. This is going to take time. You're learning to balance. Here, she's in front of a computer as well. And I love how she has the statue here of temperance here. Embrace your femininity, because this is a time where you're going to be trusting and allowing and going with the flow. I love how her hair just flows. And even in this message as well, in this card as well. And this is just letting you know, hey, look, be comfortable with flowing with what happens, because things will move. It'll move along. It'll just move in some kind of drift. That's how I'm seeing things move. So it might feel slow, but it's going to get you to exactly where you're trying to go, the Empress. You're planting seeds, right? And it's going to take time for you to water them, watch them grow. But there's going to be some fruit that comes from this. There's going to be some abundance that comes from this. Some beautiful things. Once this garden blossom, it grows, it's going to be beautiful. And that's going to take time. So be kind to yourself. Your feminine energy seems to be in that space where it's going to let the masculine play its role, if that makes sense, right? So I'm talking about you as an individual. I'm not talking about other individuals outside of you when I say this. So this is the feminine no longer trying to force things and make things happen. Being patient, allowing, knowing that what's happening is best. And when necessary, your own masculine energy will take the action. This is actually very beautiful. Because now I'm seeing another goddess here, statue here. And there's one here as well. So things that within you that haven't changed in a long time, that's gotten rigid and stuck, it's about to start flowing with whatever's happening. So there are changes happening. Wow, the Elemental of Cups here. Nice. So the elementals in this deck is equivalent to the pages. But this, to me, you're going to start feeling new emotions you haven't felt before. Some of you are about to allow yourself to feel. So just know when you're going through this phase that you're going to be doing some cleansing. And there's going to be some crying that happens, okay? Because this is like your emotional state in its purest form. Some of you are about to start letting yourself feel. You may have been working primarily in your masculine traits. And this tells me you're going to allow your feminine traits to come and pierce through. So some of you may be about to fall in love. And it might be like the purest type of love you've ever experienced. Because there's about to be some very strong emotional experience for you here. It feels like it's going to play an important role in whatever comes next in your life. Some of y'all, I'm getting strongly, you're going to start feeling strong emotions. Some of you, a feminine in your life, now I am speaking of an individual outside of you. Some of you, a feminine in your life, it could be your mother. I mean, it could be sister, it could be friend, it can be a romantic interest, but a feminine in your life is going to be playing a major role in the next stage of your life. Again, she's flowing, her hair is flowing. Let's see what the last card is, 5 of Wands. Oh, wow. Now, okay, so 5 of Wands is usually that conflict. It could be conflict with others, it can be competition, but it's usually scattered energy where you don't know what to do, what's next, right? But in this deck, you see how no one's fighting. They're all different. They all have different color robes, which represents difference. But they're getting along. As I'm looking at this is 5 of Wands, but there's 6 people here. There's 6 people here. So there's something that may be confusing and you may not want to go with it, right? It might feel suspect. They're saying trust it. There's something that may not sit right. It may not feel right. Because even as I'm counting these wands, even if it's 6 people, let's count the wands. I'm seeing 4 wands. I see one, the green robe has a wand in her hand. The blue has a wand. The red has a wand. And the black here has a wand. I don't see the 5th wand. So it's like nothing's adding up about this card. And I think that it's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be scattered. It's supposed to be confusing. It's supposed to not make sense. But you need to learn to trust it, even if your logical mind tells you something's off. Something may be off with what's happening in your life right now, but they're saying just trust, right? There's some kind of... So some of you may be partaking in something. It may bring some kind of emotional spark, something you never felt before, but they're kind of saying flow with it. There's something about this that you just need to flow with this. 5 of Wands. This is my first time really seeing this deck, so I'm just learning it as I'm using it with y'all. Okay, so nothing came through. Let me see anything. 5 of Wands. Okay. Yes, they're saying work with those things, those people that are different from you. They're saying work with them. This is going to require compromise. This is about balance, and this is going to take time. So there's something that's going to come into your life if it's already not here. It's not going to make sense with your life. It might throw everything off balance. Temperance. Disharmony. It's going to cause some kind of... And some of you might feel like it's wrong, the devil. Or society may say it's wrong. But it's meant to come and shake things up. There's something about it that it's like you're learning. This is a lesson on trust. This is a course on trust. It's not going to fit your usual life. But as you are expanding, you're growing here, 3 of Wands. In order to bring expansion, in order to reach that new level of success with the Chariot. Abundance with the Empress. It's like you want to trust. Even if it doesn't make sense. Because that's when a new emotional experience comes in. And there's something about you being in your truest form, your authentic self, embracing who you are. 10 of Pentacles. It brings long-term success. Whatever this is, if you're able to really understand what it's trying to do in your life, it's going to stick. It's going to stick. There's longevity with it, okay? I mean, that's what I'm getting. We'll pull a few of these. Oh, that was fast. Wow, you got to trust. Oh my gosh. You're going to have to trust, even if it's taking all your might. This is someone who's surrendering. I don't know what's next. I don't know where it's going to take me. This is blindly believing in something. This is faith. And it's going to require that for y'all. Feeling this so deeply. I mean, she looks like she's being washed with water. And look, even she's deep in the water. Some of y'all, this is going to be like an emotional period for you. It's another card. Yep, you're letting go of those voices in your head that tells you, no, no, no. All of these, they're screaming. They're trying to put different thoughts into your mind. And some of you, you're learning to let go of those thoughts. You're learning to not allow that worry, that concern that keeps coming, the doubt, the fear. You're letting it go. The devil, as you embrace, those sides of you you've always been told were wrong and you shouldn't partake in, as you embrace them, a new you is born. It's like letting go of judgment, letting go of, you know, expectations, letting go of trying to control the outcome, trusting, allowing. That is the way here, okay? That's what I'm getting. Anything else? That went back. Okay, so I feel like that's it. We'll see if we get anything with the angel answers for you all. Okay, Aries. All right, anything for Aries? Meditation brings answers. Right now, you're in the place of trusting, allowing, and letting the guidance come to you. Meditation. That's where your answers are coming from within, guys. It's like you're gonna have to trust what you feel. What you feel is a language to you. It's talking to you through what you feel. So journaling will be very helpful right now. Some of you may not remember what you felt at a particular moment, but if you take a pen and paper pad and you start writing, you'll always be in touch with what you felt, and that is the message. So journaling. Anything else? Okay, so that's it. Meditation will give you answers. Spend time alone. I'm getting that a lot of you are about to move into a chapter where you're gonna start valuing your time alone. And you may be already doing this right now. Actually, it's going to be very helpful for you, because what you're doing is you're releasing that side of you that has always kept you in fear, taking action because you're afraid of what might happen, and, you know, trying to control what happens all the time. So some of you are letting go of control issues, actually. And it may feel like it's causing disharmony in your life, but believe me, when you need help, it's going to come in at the right time. Okay? So that is your message, Aries. I hope that this was helpful. So I feel like so they're saying when things don't make sense with the logical mind, trust it. Try to work with it, right? Allow yourself to experience new people, new things. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, there's something about learning to trust through that faculty, okay? It's not going to make sense all the time, but that's how you really move into the new energies, as you are learning to not let your thoughts control what you do. Sometimes you tell those thoughts, hey, listen, this time I'm not going to follow your guidance. I'm going to just go with the flow and trust that this is going to work out. Okay, for some reason, somebody needs to hear that. That's the language of your right now, your present moment. That's what's going to help you. Okay, meditation. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.